These headlights are made of white gold, diamonds, and blue sapphires, and you can choose the color of the stones you want to match the color of your car, or your jeans, obviously. Street racing isn't just about having the most expensive car. Heck, a cheap and cheerful set of wheels, regular barbecues, and La Familia is enough to help you take down anyone behind the wheel, even Dom Toretto. Well, almost.
You almost had me, you never had your car.
Yeah, thanks for that, Groot. But you know what? A decent wad of cash can certainly give you a leg up when it comes to sprint times, performance-enhancing body kits, and NOS. Lots and lots of sweet, sweet NOS. Welcome back to the Binger, guys, and in today's video, we're going to be ranking the most expensive cars from the Fast and Furious franchise. So, get yourself comfortable, and you know what? Why not? Grab yourself a sandwich while you're at it.
Tuna on white, no crust, right?
Kicking off our list is the 1999 Nissan Skyline GT-R. It may not be the flashiest street racer on this list, but with its subtle racing stripes and neon lighting, you gotta admit, you'll want one, right?
They got deep pockets?
Driven by Brian in Too Fast, Too Furious, he spots it in a dealership and soups it up to racing spec. And it serves him pretty well, noticeably in the race against Suki, Slapjack, and Orange Julius when he wins by pulling off a ridiculous bridge jump. And how much would one of these bad boys cost you? Well, depending upon the condition, of course, you're looking at around $20,000 to $25,000, which honestly ain't bad. The Bottle Rocket S2000 is a perfect example of a lot of car for very little money. Known for offering a lot of bang for your buck, a 2000 model S2000 is driven by bad guy Johnny Tran in Fast 1, and it helps him win Jesse's Jetta. The rest is history.
Oh god!
But a 2001 model can also be seen in Too Fast, Too Furious, driven by Suki and decorated in a rather loud pink paint job. We're not sure you'll find many on sale with that Barbie pink paint job, but you can get your hands on a S2000 for around $20,000 to $30,000. For fans of boisterous, out there, fast and furious designs, Brian's Eclipse from the first movie is arguably the most iconic car from the franchise, and it became the poster boy for the movie and the inspiration for many toy cars everywhere. But a full-sized one can be yours for between $20,000 and $50,000. Using it in a race in order to get noticed and work his way into Dom's inner circle, Brian toasts the car after giving it a little too much juice. But he still manages to rescue Dom from the cops in it, right before Johnny Tran rains bullets all over it. What a waste. Although a relatively modest front-wheel drive car in essence, the '94 Integra that featured in Fast and Furious alongside the aforementioned Eclipse has become an incredibly sought-after racer, and it's mainly because of its famed, incredibly accurate handling. Driven by Edwin in Fast 1, it's adorned in a slick red paint job with yellow decals, and if you want to get your hands on one, it'll likely cost you around $50,000, and that price only looks to increase as time goes on. A veteran of the Fast franchise, the Supra can be seen several different times in the movies, but most famously, it features in the first movie of the franchise in a famous orange paint job. After being found in a junkyard by Brian, it's refurbished and given a new lease on life, and ultimately becomes Dom's getaway vehicle at the end of the movie. The franchise helped make the Supra Mark IV a timeless classic, and a decent quality one can be yours for around $50,000. But if you want one to look as squeaky clean and brand new as the one that rolls out of Toretto's garage, then you're going to be looking closer around the $400,000 mark.
I owe you a 10-second car.
We're not going to harp about how awesome Dom's Dodge Charger is. Instead, we wanted to focus on the much more niche Dodge Charger Daytona, a specifically enhanced version of the Charger sporting one of the biggest spoilers you're ever likely to see. The reason for its colossal rear wing and extra aero kit was purely so it could compete in NASCAR racing. Dom can be seen racing the Dodge Charger Daytona through London in Furious 6, and that looks just about as cool as it sounds. Due to its NASCAR specific enhancements, you're probably looking at anywhere between $80,000 and $200,000 if you want one. As Camaros go, this one's pretty special, hence the name. A classic example of American muscle turned up to 11, the Super Camaro was developed by dealer and racer YENKO, and only 106 of them were ever made. The ingredients were a regular Camaro, with a Corvette-sourced V8, a fiberglass hood, and a whole bunch of mechanical enhancements. The muscle car can be seen in Too Fast, Too Furious as Brian and Roman look to win 2 new cars, the Super Camaro being one of them. Due to the rarity of these models, you'd probably be looking at an auction price of anywhere between $300,000 and $400,000. To many, the VEYRON is still the supercar to beat. Its design is futuristic, it boasts over 1,000 horsepower, and it costs over $1 million. And it's been pitted against pretty much everything in head-to-head races due to its nippy credentials, be it helicopters or soccer players. It may only feature briefly at the start of Furious 7 as it cruises through Abu Dhabi as part of the supercar entourage, but we had to give this iconic ride a shout out here, and it looks unbelievable in white. Purely used as a showboating set of wheels at the end of Fast 5, the Koenigsegg CCXR is equipped with a scorching V8 and lots of carbon fiber. And with a price tag of anywhere between $2 and $5 million, it's no wonder Roman bought one as a means to flash his heist cash. He just didn't expect Tej to have one as well.
Are you serious right now? Man, this is crazy!
Just under 50 CCX models were built, with boxer Floyd Mayweather famously buying himself a CCXR Trevita, the one with a special diamond weave carbon fiber finish, for a whopping $4.8 million.
I made a sheikh in Abu Dhabi an offer he could not refuse.
If you want exclusivity, then look no further. With only 7 of these bad boys ever made, conveniently aligning with the Furious 7 movie that it starred in, the LYKAN HYPERSPORT is one of the most expensive, fastest, and gorgeous cars ever made. Boasting a twin-turbo flat-6 Porsche engine and pumping out over 700 horsepower, it's got performance and unique styling quirks in spades. Like seriously, these headlights are made of white gold, diamonds, and blue sapphires, and you can choose the color of the stones you want to match the color of your car. Or your jeans, obviously. The supercar is pivotal to the plot of Furious 7 and can be seen hopping between skyscrapers. With a whopping $3.4 million price tag, it's a good job that they didn't really wreck one in the movie. Wait, what? They actually did total one? That's $3.4 million out the window. Literally. There's just something about a good old muscle car that makes you smile. Thought up as a way to allow Chevy to compete with racing in the 60s and bring the fight to the likes of the Chevy Cobra, there are only a handful of the Grand Sports left in the entire world. Its chiseled and chunky frame can be seen in glorious fashion in Fast 5, as Dom and Brian seize it from a train and use it to jump off a cliff. No, it wasn't a real one, thankfully, although they did wreck 10 replicas during filming, each one of them worth $40,000. They did have a real one on set though, but only the real A-list stars were allowed anywhere near it. If you wanted to get your hands on a real one, you're looking at anywhere between $5 and $8 million, so you better start saving. As sports cars go, this is basically the holy grail. Not only iconic in the way it looks, but the GT40 is a serious piece of automotive history. It was created as a way to topple the then unshakable Ferrari at Le Mans 24 Hours, and it did so in style, claiming victory in 1966. With its instantly recognizable paint jobs and noticeable roar from its 4.7-liter V8, even if you're not a car buff, you'll probably recognize it. A 1965 GT40, well, a replica of one anyway, can be seen briefly in Fast 5 as part of the previously mentioned train heist alongside the Corvette Grand Sport. And how much will one of these set you back? Well, if you can find one. And that is a big if. You'll probably end up in a bidding war. And one of the last times that happened, one of them went for an eye-watering $11 million. Ugh, we were gonna take the bus anyway. So, which car would make your wish list? Did any of these astonishingly expensive price tags amaze you? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to The Binger for more awesome videos like this one. We'll see you next time.